The Curse of Emily. Prologue. In the quaint, picturesque town of Maplewood, life moved at a leisurely pace. Nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, the town was a haven of tranquility, until the day an antique shop owner, Mr. Thompson, stumbled upon a peculiar old doll during one of his trips to a nearby city. The doll, with its glassy blue eyes and hand-stitched dress, seemed to call to him from a dusty shelf in a forgotten corner of an estate sale. Chapter 1. The New Arrival. Mr. Thompson proudly displayed the doll in his shop's window, hoping to attract collectors. It wasn't long before young Lucy and her mother wandered in. Lucy, captivated by the doll's almost lifelike appearance, begged her mother to buy it. Reluctantly, her mother agreed, and the doll found a new home. Lucy named the doll Emily and took it everywhere. At first, it seemed like any other toy, but soon strange things began to happen. Lucy's nightmares started the very first night Emily slept in her room. She dreamt of a little girl trapped in a burning house, screaming for help. Chapter 2. Unsettling Events. As days passed, Lucy's behavior changed. She became withdrawn, often speaking to Emily in hushed tones, as if the doll could understand her. Her parents dismissed it as an overactive imagination, but the nightmares continued, and Lucy's health began to deteriorate. Objects in the house moved on their own. Lights flickered, and cold drafts swept through rooms, despite the warm summer weather. Lucy's mother started to notice that Emily's position would change, even though no one had touched the doll. Chapter 3. The Research. Desperate for answers, Lucy's mother visited the local library to research the doll's origin. She discovered that it had once belonged to a girl named Emily, who had died in a fire under mysterious circumstances. Legend had it that the girl's spirit had somehow become trapped within the doll. Convinced that the doll was cursed, she returned home to find Lucy in a trance-like state, chanting in a language she did not understand. The doll sat in front of her, its glassy eyes seemingly filled with malice. Chapter 4. Seeking Help. Lucy's mother reached out to Father O'Malley, the local priest known for his knowledge of the supernatural. He agreed to visit their home and assess the situation. Upon seeing the doll, his expression grew grave. "This is not just a doll," he said. "It's a vessel for a restless spirit." Father O'Malley suggested performing an exorcism to release the trapped spirit and end the curse. That night, they gathered in Lucy's room. The air grew thick with tension as Father O'Malley began to pray, sprinkling holy water on the doll. Chapter 5. The Exorcism. As the priest's prayers grew louder, the room's temperature plummeted. The doll's eyes seemed to glow, and a guttural voice emanated from its mouth, pleading for help, then cursing them. Lucy screamed as the entity tried to cling to her, its last link to the living world. Father O'Malley continued his prayers, unwavering. The doll convulsed, emitting an ear-piercing shriek before falling silent. The air became still, and a sense of peace filled the room. Lucy collapsed into her mother's arms, exhausted but free from the doll's influence. Chapter 6. Aftermath. Father O'Malley took the doll, now lifeless and empty, to be locked away in a safe place, never to harm anyone again. Lucy slowly returned to her cheerful self, her nightmares ceasing entirely. The house, once filled with fear, became a home again. Epilogue. Years later, Lucy often thought about Emily, the doll that had almost taken her life. She kept a small photo of the doll as a reminder of the strange events and the importance of staying cautious with the unknown. As for Mr. Thompson's antique shop, it never displayed another doll again.